this is Nikki Lenz, author of Bernice Butman, Model Citizen, and also The Stepmom Shakeup. And I'm going to take a few minutes to talk to you today about books and writing and being an author. So, one question that I often get asked is, why did you decide to be an author and how did you get started? And the answer to that is that even though I grew up loving books, I read all the time. I never really thought about being an author as a job. So when I went to college, I actually studied to be a teacher. And that's my day job now. I teach fourth grade. But I didn't think about getting a degree to be an author because I don't know, I just didn't think about that being a job. So I taught for 6 years and then I stayed home with my own children when they were little. And I started writing because it was something I could do while they were taking naps in the afternoon to avoid cleaning. Yep. So I would write down all the funny things that they said. I kind of started blogging. It was really popular at the time. And then I heard about this thing called National Novel Writing Month. And it is in the month of November. It's kind of like a contest where people kind of challenge themselves to write 50,000 words within 30 days. And 50,000 words is approximately the size that Bernice Butman is. So it's around 30 chapters. And so I thought that sounds like a fun challenge. So I started writing, and believe it or not, Bernice Butman was not the first book I wrote. Even though it's my first published book, it's actually the 6th novel that I wrote. So all those other novels before that were me practicing how to be an author, how to write a good story, what kind of elements do I need, what kind of things can I do to work on my craft. So with each book, I would send out letters to agents who are the people who are in charge of trying to get your book published. And I would send out a batch of 100. And every time I would get 100 emails that said, sorry, we're not interested. Sometimes I never even heard back. So after hundreds and hundreds of no's, I finally got a very special yes from my now agent, Kate Testerman. And believe it or not, the book that she said yes to was not Bernice Butman. So she liked this other book I wrote called The Manny and the Motorcycle. And we tried to send that out to publishers for over a year. And they all said, thanks, but no thanks. And so I added up a whole bunch more rejections. But after a year of that, my agent asked me, is there anything else that you've been working on? Anything? And I'm like, well, I wrote this thing. It's about a girl who eats a lot of cheese balls and stunt rides a horse, and she's a bully and she's trying to be a nice person. And my agent said, that sounds awesome. Send me that. And so as soon as she read it, she loved it. She sent it out to editors, and within a month, we'd heard back from Random House that they wanted to publish Bernice Butman. That was my author dream come true. One of my favorite things about being an author is getting to meet kids that have read my books. I've even been recognized before, which I think is crazy because I'm really not that famous. But I love getting emails and letters from kids and teachers. And that's definitely my favorite part. I sometimes get invited to come speak to other writers or to kids, and I like doing that too. I love talking about writing. I would say the hardest part about being an author is all those no's you get. Every author has gotten lots of no's, either from agents or publishers. Even if you don't get no's along the way from that, once your book is published, there's still going to be people that don't like it. I've had people that took the time to email me to tell me that they didn't like my book. So you kind of have to have a thick skin. You have to have a lot of grit and you have to keep going because you love it. And if you keep reading, that's the most important way to develop a good sense of story and to know what you love about a story. That's the best advice I can give you if you want to be an author, is to just read everything you can get your hands on. I hope you have a great day. I hope that your days are filled with awesome books. Bye.